Guess who almost forgot to do this video this week? I am so happy that it's Thanksgiving break finally. That's what I'm thankful for, having this break. But I would have been more thankful almost if we hadn't had this break. We finished school by Friday, had finals next week, and then had like an extra 2 weeks for Christmas. It would have been great. Like, I would have totally been fine with that. But this works out too. I do need the break. Sorry, Katherine, you don't get a break, but you get like a whole week off for dead days and stuff like that, so pfft. Anyway, Doctor Who. Janice, haven't seen your video yet, so I apologize, and I don't know if this is the exact same or completely different than your video, but my opinions on Doctor Who. So let me just set up how I watched it. I watched it originally at 1:50 when it was airing across the world, and so it was pure 70 minutes of Doctor Who, no commercial breaks. It was just intense to sit there and try and absorb it. And I loved it then. It was great, it was fun, it was action-y. We got to see David Tennant and John Hurt. I really liked what they did with John Hurt, and by the end of it I was like, that's a great fun episode, and I didn't really think into it too much. That night, I watched it again with 2 of my friends, and it had commercial breaks. And so, every time we sat and there was a commercial break, we would start talking. And we'd be like, but I don't understand why this happened. And I was the only one that had seen it before, so I was like, how does that fit in? But I couldn't say anything to them because I hadn't seen it. But by the end of it, we had like found numerous plot holes, and we had a lot of questions, and there was just a lot of timeline things that we didn't understand and they didn't explain, and we're not really sure what was happening. So that severely diminished my enjoyment of the show, because now I'm trying to figure out how it actually all meshed together. Like, it was fun. I definitely give it that, and it was just nice and relaxing until you think, but this doesn't actually work. They ignored the past 6 years of guilt and angst and horrifying things that the Doctor had to do, and now he didn't do it, and what? Like, so does that mean starting next episode where it's going to be like totally new, like the past 6 years didn't happen, and all those characters and companions that we met didn't happen, and all those the timeline didn't happen, so what? Or is the 11th Doctor going to remember that, but be in this new timeline where Gallifrey was saved, or was it something else? If somebody knows answers to these questions, or articles with the answers to these questions, or something, please send it my way, because I don't know. I also didn't like what they did with Elizabeth I. Like, she's supposed to be a really great queen that knew how to lead the country properly, and they just turned her into a silly little girl that wanted to get married, and it was weird. I didn't like that. Hopefully you all have a happy Thanksgiving, and answer my questions, please.